Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks stormed through round 2, going on a rampage, sweeping in 4 straight victories. With plenty of rest, and now looking for a conference title, they face a new adversary as they go up against the Hornets. The Eastern Conference Finals, coming up next.
The field in the Eastern Conference is down to 2. And tonight, the battle to reach the NBA Finals begins. It's all here on 2K Sports. In this one, we'll see the New York.
Here we go.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And a look at the starters for Charlotte. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jarris Walker. And it's Robertson in at the 4. Here's Walker. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Towns. Cheeks pulls it in.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Bailey. And here's Flagg outside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Walker. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Back to Wallace. Towns, right side. Towns can't get that one to fall.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Pass to Cheeks. Here's Flagg. And the ball out of play. The Hornets will have it.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands. Too.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Robertson. Back to Walker. Now Wallace. Here's Robertson. Here's Towns. Turner covers. 6 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
A force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
Here's Cheeks. And again, New York with the triple.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Wallace outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Walker. Back to Wallace. Lets it fly. It's deflected. Drives to the hoop.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's Robertson. Back to Wallace. To the inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
It's rebounded by Charlotte. Pass to Robertson. Now here's Wallace. Chalk up 2 there.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Wallace, left side. Pass to Walker. Here's Robertson. The kick out to Walker. Here's Towns. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Timeout.
A new lineup here for Charlotte. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And here's the fast break. We've got Bailey. He's out there with flag. And it's Fleming in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And it's Powell with the ball for Charlotte. 3-point lead. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. High post Towns. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Up to Powell. Shot clock at 5. That three's off the mark.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Pass to Robertson. Koulibaly on the wing. And he lobs it up.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Dillingham. Koulibaly defending. Here's Cheeks. The three is up. Pure from three-point range. Cheeks has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
And it's Powell off the drive. The Knicks pull it in. Flag's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bailey, the pass to Cheeks. The three is up. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Now here's Walker. He's closely guarded. Powell outside. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc. Powell's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Cheeks. Driving in. Fleming out to the wing. From behind the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. A deep three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Hornets. They lead by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And looking at where the Knicks stand in this. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And the Hornets with possession here. It's a three-point game. On the court for Charlotte, we've got Bilal Coulibaly, Jarris Walker out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robertson in at the power forward position. Here's Wallace.
I just don't love the passing angle there. Might have been better to reset.
And here comes the break. And the basket by Towns. Towns has got 6.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Here's Cheeks. Watch by Wallace. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep.
He's tenacious, hitting from the perimeter while drawing the foul.
New York shooting their first free throw tonight. The Hornets with a lead. Towns up top. Outside Walker. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Inside. 6 to shoot. And the jam by Walker.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Coulibaly. And the three-pointer goes. And now a 6-point Charlotte lead.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
To the right side. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Walker pulls down the board.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
To the left side wing. There's a screen. Pass to Cheeks. Looking to win the run. The rebound by Robertson.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
Now Wallace. It's picked off.
Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Towns on a screen to the middle. And it's Flagg with a rebound. Flagg's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Cheeks. The second effort. Second chance effort. They shoot again. And that one's good. Flagg's got 11 points.
When the shot goes up, he is not a guy you want to lose track of. Boy, that's a nice play right there.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Down low. It's tipped. Towns. Yep, count it. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Cheeks. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Towns.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Timeout call, the Hornets. Some changes for Charlotte. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place.
Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score.
Hi again. Thanks for joining us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Take a look at New York. Well, they took a tough loss in Game 1, but they're at home and ready to make progress towards winning the conference.
That's the plan, at least. But it can be hard to get the momentum back after getting stung in Game 1. They have to make the adjustments here, for sure.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Wallace. Robertson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jarris Walker. And it's Koulibaly in at the 2-guard.
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Cheeks the pass to Bailey. Robertson with the steal. Here's Koulibaly. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Now the Knicks with it. This team has been cruising through these playoffs. Just one loss so far.
Yeah, they've ripped through the postseason thus far, arguably playing their best basketball of the season. That's what you want this time of year.
Wallace finds Walker. Back to Wallace. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Wallace. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Cheeks. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Cheeks has got his second basket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Wallace inside. Robertson outside. Fires from deep. Knicks with the rebound. Thursday's loss was a disappointment.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Back to Wallace. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Walker, and the dunk by Walker.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Cheeks. Off target with the jump hook. Charlotte in the lead. To the paint. It's stolen by Bailey. To the middle. And Flagg throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, Koulibaly. Wallace outside. Koulibaly with it. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. And taken away by Wallace. Pass to Towns. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got 5 now.
Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
Cheeks from outside. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
Wallace looking for an opening. Back to Walker. Pass to Koulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Here's Wallace. It's deflected, and they'll turn it over, unable to get the shot off in time. A 30-second shot clock violation. And New York making a change here. James is checked in. Charlotte. New York trailing. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Randall out there with George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Powell. And it's Beekman in at point guard.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
It's Powell on the wing. James defending. And the foul on the monster. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Outside, George. Lock at 6. Here's Powell. That one's in, his first shot this game. So it's New York now. They trail by 1. Here's Cheeks. And the shot goes in. Cheeks has got 9.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here's Beekman, defended by Cheeks. And here's George. Powell outside. But Trey sinks the 3-pointer. Powell's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Cheeks from outside. Hornets with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Through the contact from long range. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constitutes.
The previous play is under review.
Can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
The immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Dillingham's checked in for James, and he sinks the second.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but boy, he's a big-time player.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Cheeks. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Pass to Cheeks, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Charlotte making a switch here. Powell's checked in. To end the run, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Hornets leading by 7. In the corner, Powell with it. The rebound by Turner.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Cheeks. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Coulibaly finds Wallace. Count it. Towns has got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
To the inside, and finished off by Bailey.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to Coulibaly. Towns sets the pick for Coulibaly. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. In the corner, Powell with it. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Cheeks from outside. Cans it from downtown. Cheeks has got 8 points in the quarter.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
So New York ends up going with the new group. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Walker. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Hornets on top, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Reading
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through, and looking at where the Knicks stand in this. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. We've seen the Monster really having a great game.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. We've got Miles Turner. Dillingham is out there with Cheeks. Then there's Bailey. And it's Flag in at the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Koulibaly. Scoreless thus far. Walker finds Wallace. Got a piece of it. Here's Dillingham. He's defended by Koulibaly. Cheeks' shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Robertson outside. Wallace dishes to Towns. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. The putback, the offensive rebound. Here's Wallace. Goes up with it again. No good.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Cheeks, no good.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Pass to Koulibaly. The kick out to Walker. Wallace outside. Walker is screen on Cheeks. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Towns. And the Hornets miss again.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Cheeks. The 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Wallace. There's the lob to the hoop. And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Cheeks against Wallace. It's taken away by Wallace. And the foul on the Monster. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
James checked in for the Knicks. Powell, he's checked in for the Hornets. Cheeks against Wallace. And stolen by Flag. Out to the right wing. Cheeks from outside. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the paint. Bailey passes to Turner. Cheeks from outside. Hits the 3-point bomb. Cheeks has got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
Down low, here's Robertson, and Oscar Robertson with the slam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. He takes it in, and slam dunk by Cheeks.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Pass to Robertson. Outside, Walker. 6 to shoot. from downtown, and it's Flag with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Hornets trail by 4. Wallace outside. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's the screen. Over Bailey. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Knicks lead by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
So a close game sees New York take this one. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at one game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player.
Game 3, Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against the Hornets? The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
Thanks for joining 2K Sports for the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. The series is all tied at 1 apiece. We're ready for Game 3. Who will win the upper hand tonight? In this... And so off the tip, it is New York. Now, New York starting 5. They've got Flagg, Miles Turner out there with Bailey. Then there's Dillingham, and it's Cheeks in at the point guard. Pass to Bailey. To the paint. And it's Turner, that time on the assist by Bailey.
Does a nice job at capitalizing in the screen and roll. I mean, Turner's IQ and size. Tough to contain when he's rolling to the basket.
Back to Wallace. Here's Robertson. Towns taking his time here. Clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Wallace misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Cheeks. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Towns on a screen to the middle. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Turner using every inch of his length to protect the rim. Denied.
Here's Cheeks. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Hornets ball. 4-point game. Pass to Walker. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Robertson. For 3. Again, the miss by the Hornets. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Bailey to pass to Turner. Over to the wing. Here's Cheeks. And a miss there on the triple. Charlotte's gone 0 for 2 from outside. There's a screen. To the inside. The kick out to Walker. Charlotte again missing.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
That's amazing play down in the big boy area. Powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
Timeout call, the Hornets. Powell, he's checked in for Wallace. During the playoffs, the NBA leaders in shooting from the floor. You look at Walker, an effective scorer, 3rd in the NBA.
Since we started the playoffs, he's been totally locked in offensively, taking and making some good looks.
Hornets trail by 6. Powell passes to Towns. Here's Powell. Pass to Walker. Back to Powell to snap the cold streak. The rebound by Turner. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. On the take. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's Cheeks. Gets it to go from the corner. Cheeks has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Down low. Poked loose. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. George, he's checked in for Charlotte. Beekman comes in for Walker. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter here. It's George on the wing. Inside. Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
George outside. To the inside. Here's Beekman and the foul. Foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Charlotte making some changes. Hornets trail by 8. Kawhi Leonard out there with Jarris Walker. Then there's Powell. Then there's George. And it's Beekman in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Walker's shot is off. Walker's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Pass to Cheeks. And it's New York scoring again.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Powell outside. It's Walker on the wing. Powell outside. Let's go with a 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Cheeks has got 4 rebounds now. James passes to Cheeks. The shot's good on the assist by James. Cheeks has got 4 points this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Walker. Launches it. Charlotte again missing. Knicks leading by 12. Here's Cheeks. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by George. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the middle. And George with the jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Leonard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Charlotte making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Brown in for Beekman. And a switch here also for New York. Dillingham's checked in for James. Here's Cheeks. Off target from outside. Hornets trail by 12. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Towns. Karl Anthony Towns doing his thing inside.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
To the paint. The lob. Very well done.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I have no idea what he was going for.
Neither did the defense.
The Hornets have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And rejected. Payne, the pass to Cheeks. No luck on that one. Good D by Wallace. Charlotte's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Pass to Towns. Wallace outside. Now Towns. Knocks it loose. Just 5 to shoot. From the high post. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Now here's Wallace. Guarded closely. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Robertson. Now here's Wallace. They set the screen. Payne against Leonard. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of this game. 6 to shoot. Leonard on the wing. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Down low. Towns with a rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Pass to Robertson. And here's Coulibaly. Spins. Here's Wallace. Converts after the nice spin.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Cheeks. Here's Dermonenko. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter up 10. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Glad to have you with us. So far, it's been a dismal performance for the...
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if...
And looking at where the Hornets stand in the... Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals presented by 2K Sports. And here's Charlotte now, trailing by 10. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Bailey out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Flagg, then there's Dillingham, and it's Cheeks, in at the point. To the paint. Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important, the timing of that roll, and shows good finishing ability on the move.
And here's Flagg outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Coulibaly missing. New York leading by 8. Inside. Bailey, the pass to Cheeks. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Wallace. Here's Coulibaly. Towns, right side. Here's Wallace. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. To the middle. Walker with a steal. Wallace outside. Pass to Towns. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. There's the screen. Here's Robertson. Cheeks pulls it in. Cheeks has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Lets it go from deep. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
James is checked in for New York. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Walker passes to Wallace. Outside Walker. Towns a screen on James. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Walker to stop the drought. Cheeks pulls it in. Cheeks has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
George, he's checked in for Charlotte. Powell comes in for Wallace. Powell outside. Outside Koulibaly. Powell outside. High post Towns. He's against Turner. Puts up a three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Cheeks has got rebound number 11. And Bailey gets it to go.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Some changes for Charlotte. Randall, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Walker. Beekman comes in for Koulibaly. Leonard outside. Pass to Beekman. Leonard looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Powell to halt the run. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
George outside. Pass to Beekman. James against Powell. Here's Beekman. From deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now as long as they don't lose their focus.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching.
The Eastern Conference Finals. Game
4 of this Eastern Conference Finals is up for grabs. Taking a look at the Hornets. Wow, they're in a precarious spot, aren't they? Down 2-1 in this best of 7.
Yeah, but if they win tonight, it's a whole new series. If they lose, though, they will have dug a huge hole for themselves. So I expect this to be like a Game 7 mindset on the floor. We should see their best.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Flagg. Dillingham is out there with Cheeks. Then there's Bailey. And it's Turner in at center. Pass to Wallace. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Pass to Koulibaly. Towns sets the pick for Koulibaly. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, just coming right off the pick and roll to finish beautifully. Towns looking so comfortable.
Here's Dillingham. Lets the three fly. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Outside, Walker. Wallace outside. To the middle, looking for Koulibaly. He gets it there.
Well, Koulibaly not messing around as he got close to the rim.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Turner with a screen on Wallace. Oh, Turner in position.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Koulibaly with it. Wallace outside. And the foul called on Cooper Flag. That's his first foul. Robertson right side. Walker a screen. On the wing, Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Wallace. And it's off from three-point range. New York trailing. First quarter basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Towns, and it's sent back by Turner.
Boy, Turner's such a strong rim protector. This guy has such a big-time impact on that end.
Cheeks from outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They want to put some distance between them and the loss on Monday.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
The Hornets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw good from Walker. And some changes here for the Hornets. George is checked in for Towns. New York shooting about 42% so far. Kawhi Leonard is out there with George. Then there's Jarris Walker. Then there's Powell. And it's Beekman in at the point. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Misses the baby hook.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Stolen by George. Powell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Beekman. And the foul on. The monster. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Leonard. Walker finds Leonard. Powell for three. It's hauled in by Cheeks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Charlotte in the lead. Walker in the post. Pass to Powell. On the wing, Walker. Nobody near Leonard. It's rebounded by New York. This team has been cruising through these playoffs. Just one loss so far.
Yeah, they've ripped through the postseason thus far, arguably playing their best basketball of the season. That's what you want this time of year.
Here's Beekman. James defending. Outside Leonard. On the wing, Walker. It's Powell on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And it's Leonard missing. James right side. Back to Cheeks. James outside. Here's Cheeks. Back to James. New York needs to get off a shot. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the foul on the monster. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now that's foul number 2, and he's got to avoid another this half if he wants to stay on the floor.
Dillingham's checked in for New York. Walker looking for an opening. Koulibaly finds Walker. Here's Wallace. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Koulibaly with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And a wide open look for Walker. It's good from long range. Walker's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hornets. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Inside, Robertson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ace Bailey.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hornets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he knocks down the first one. Powell, he's checked in for Jarris Walker. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Cheeks. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Here's the 3. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Towns. Wallace has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So New York ends up going with the new group. And so it's Charlotte. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hello and welcome. And here in Game 4,
the defensive effort has been the difference. They're determined. They're creating tough shots. And their intensity level hasn't been matched by their opponent.
And looking at where the Hornets stand. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Hart.
And here we go. Heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Finals. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Boy, he has been locked in, all about business, just going out there and doing what he does best.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Dillingham is out there with Cheeks. Then there's Bailey. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Flag in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, in football, they talk about passing to the spot and letting your teammate go get it. That's exactly what happened.
Cheeks against Wallace. Now, Koulibaly. Towns sets the pick for Koulibaly. And yes, it's good. Koulibaly's got his second bucket of the night.
That's about focus for the young man. Koulibaly takes the contact and finds a way to finish.
Cheeks from outside. It's rebounded by Robertson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wallace finds Koulibaly. Now here's Wallace. Now Towns. Turner covering. Good work defensively by Turner.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Here's Cheeks. This one for 3. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
The wide open look here for Koulibaly. Off target with his 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Charlotte leading by 11. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Six to shoot. And again, the Hornets missing. Knicks trail by 11. Right wing. Here's Cheeks. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Charlotte's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Wallace, the pass to Walker. Back to Wallace. Walker in the corner. On the wing, Koulibaly. And the foul called on Cooper Flag. That's his third foul of the game. Charlotte calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. George is checked in for Robertson. And it's Powell in for Wallace. And Walker kicks to George. Powell for three. The shot's good on the assist by George. Powell's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hornets. Cheeks outside. Pass to Fleming. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for Charlotte. At one point, they led by 16. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Charlotte.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And the foul on the monster. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. The Hornets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but a big-time player.
And the Hornets making a change here. Beekman's checked in. Here he goes. That one drops for him. And now that's 11 points for the monster.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Outside Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Hornets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. That one is off. He hits the second from the line. So it's the Knicks now. It's a 13-point game. Cheeks from outside. Powell pulls it in. Here's Beekman. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Charlotte. They lead by 13. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This was a crucial game for them, tying up the series at 2 apiece, Greg. A huge accomplishment.
And this series, I think, hinged on who picked up Game 4, Kevin. I mean, now it's a 3-game series, and anything can happen.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference.
Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks find themselves on a postseason deadlock at 2 games apiece. It is a critical turning point, and they know the time is now as they face a pivotal Game 5 against the Hornets. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
It has been a great series so far.
Here we go.
And it's Charlotte to start out. So the Hornets starting 5. We've got Jarris Walker. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Wallace in at the point guard position.
Hey, you know what he lacks in size, he makes up for with his vertical.
Here's Cheeks. Over to the left wing. Flag. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Back to Coulibaly. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Towns against Turner. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for him. He'll usually convert that.
Pass to Dillingham. Here's Cheeks. Fires for 3. The rebound by Robertson. We played just over a minute here in the first. And here's Wallace. Towns outside. Over flag. Towns. That's good.
You know, no surprise that Towns is very effective from mid-range. With his size and shooting touch, it's expected.
To the inside. Pass to flag. Here's Cheeks. Watched by Wallace. Tries the spin move. Out to the right wing. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Walker for 3. Hits a three-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Cheeks. Watched by Wallace. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Towns. Outside Coulibaly. Back to Towns. Here's Robertson. Outside Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Wallace. No good on the 3. Knicks trail by 3. To the paint. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Wallace, the pass to Walker. Outside Coulibaly. Back to Walker. Fires the 3. And it's Coulibaly missing. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Dillingham. And there's a pick. And it's all tied up.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Walker. 1:16 left to play in the first.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Cheeks with the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
A new lineup here for Knicks leading by 3. This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Kawhi Leonard out there with George. Then there's Powell, and it's Randall in at the 5, roaming the paint. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's Beekman. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Beekman's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Cheeks. 4-3. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. Powell brings a double. Knocked loose. To the wing, right side. From downtown, drains the triple. Cheeks has got 5 now.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And they're on the run. And he's going for the lob. Hammers the lob through.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. And now the Knicks on the break. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
The Knicks making a switch here. Dillingham's checked in. Charlotte also making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Randall. Coulibaly comes in for Leonard. And it's Wallace in for Beekman. Here's Wallace. And a foul call. On the way up. So he'll take, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA...
The previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That one's off. He hits the second from the line. And here are the Knicks now. 6-point lead. Here's Cheeks. Watched by Wallace. There's the 3. Connects from downtown. Cheeks has got 10.
You give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Here's Cheeks. Coulibaly brings the double. Cheeks can't hit. Hornets trail by 7. Down low. Here's Towns. He's off on the layup. All by himself. Wallace, the pass to Powell. Back to Wallace. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
1:44 left in the half. Tipped. To the middle. And then Turner with the dunk.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Powell. Towns on a screen. Inside. Towns getting it done under the hoop.
We know Towns is an excellent perimeter shooter. But I like seeing him assert himself inside, too.
Here's Cheeks. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Walker, he's checked in for Powell. Pass to Robertson. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Now Coulibaly. Still no points. Into the lane.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. James is checked in for New York. And so it's New York closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back after this.
First half of this postseason contest, and it hasn't been a great game so far for the Charlotte Hornets.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they've got a chance to retake a lead in the series to help them do it.
You're right. Home court advantage could be the difference maker. Time to make that move.
A pretty balanced series so far. Both teams have proven they can win games. So who knows what will happen?
Not me. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Here's Cheeks. Bailey out there with flag. Then there's Miles Turner. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Cheeks in at the point guard position. That's the group for Billy Donovan getting going here in the second half. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Hornets trail by 9. Outside Walker. Pass to Robertson. Oh, stolen by Turner. With the drive. And here's Flag outside. Knocks down the long J. Flag's got 7 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Towns. Towns drops the hammer.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now here's Wallace. Defense is right there. High post Towns. Back to Wallace. Pass to Robertson. Oh, stolen by Turner. Here's Cheeks. And he dunks it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Cheeks passes to Turner. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
Wallace outside. Pass to Towns. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. Knicks leading by 12. There's the drive. And here's Flag outside. Here's Cheeks. The 3-ball. Walker pulls down the board.
Registering 3 threes in the first half. He hasn't hit one since.
And there's the lob.
Transition basketball. The most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And here's Wallace. Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Powell, he's checked in for Towns. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. They set the pick. Cheeks passes to James. From outside the arc. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
Powell with it. No made baskets yet. Oh, there's the alley. Robertson's shot is off.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. George, he's checked in for Charlotte. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Coulibaly. Back to Wallace. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Wallace has got 5.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Cheeks. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Wallace. Cheeks pulls it in. Cheeks has got 4 rebounds now. Out to the right wing. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
Now here's Wallace. Tightly guarded. Pass to Powell. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. 6 on the shot clock. Cheeks pulls it in. And here's Flagg outside. Doesn't go for him. From deep three-point land. And that's not going to go. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. New York out in front. They lead by 18. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And let's get you back onto the court for more of this pivotal Game 5. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got George. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Powell is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Beekman in it to 1. And Bailey gets it to go. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And stolen by Leonard. To the inside, Powell, and the shot goes down. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Cheeks. Sinks the tray.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
And here are the Hornets now. Pass to Powell. To the paint. Here's Beekman. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Hornets trail by 19. To the middle. Oh, stolen by Turner. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Flagg. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Changing ends quickly. Scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Here's Bailey. And it's New York scoring again. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Beekman. Powell outside. Pass to Towns. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
and he lobs it up to the rim. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow.
You can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Pass to Beekman. Now Towns. Turner covers. The shot by Towns. No good. Knicks leading by 23. Here's Dillingham. Right wing. Fires the three. And Beekman pulls it down. The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Leonard for three. Dillingham with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Beekman, and it's Flagg with a rebound. Flagg's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Cheeks. This one for 3. That one is off. Pass to Powell. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Down low.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Charlotte has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Pass to Beekman. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Towns fires the 3. Can't get it to drop.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
To the inside. George with a steal. Here's Beekman. Up top, George. To the wing, right side. Leonard outside. No good from outside.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Wow, it's good.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
New York leading by 23. Here's Cheeks. Good! Another from 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Inside. Oh, it's stolen. Fires it from 18. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist from Dillingham. Bailey's got 10 points here in the second half. Charlotte's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Leonard. Back to Powell. George outside. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Beekman to the paint. Distance.
He got the room he needed and knocked it down. That's a quality shot.
Here's Cheeks. To the right side. And here's Bailey for 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Right now, Towns is putting on a show. It's up to the defense to try to figure out how to slow him down.
Here's Cheeks from the elbow, and the rebound goes to Charlotte. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Powell. And it's powered home by Towns.
And, you know, for all his perimeter skills, Towns also bringing that physicality inside.
Here's Cheeks. Sweet little floater. Cheeks has got 11 here in the quarter alone.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Pass to George. And here's Leonard. Now here's Powell from deep. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Leonard on the wing. Pass to Beekman. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
It's an overlooked part of Kawhi's game, but he does a nice job distributing the ball.
Here's Cheeks, covered by Towns. Now Powell. Pass to Beekman. Leonard outside. And here's George. For three, Powell. No good that time.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Cheeks. Here's Bailey. George defending. Pass to Cheeks. They set a pick. Now Turner. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Powell outside. To the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Dillingham. There's the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but...
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. And with this win, they've piled on the pressure. They only need one more victory to close the series out.
And this was a critical performance. At 2-2, a team season can ride on a Game 5 like this one. They did a terrific job of rising to the moment and taking control of the series.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And before we
Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks are staring right in the face of a Game 6 showdown. Do they have the fortitude to close out the series? Now is their time to try and avoid a Game 7 against the Charlotte Hornets. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
We are winding down these Eastern Conference Finals. We can see the end of the tunnel from here as you take a look at Charlotte. Looking to even the series here, Greg, on their home floor.
And force a deciding Game 7 on the road. It won't be easy, but standing this close to the championship round, plenty of teams would trade places to be right here.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Bailey. Dillingham is out there with Cheeks. Then it's Flagg. And it's Turner in at the center position. Wallace against Cheeks. Wallace, the pass to Robertson. Now Coulibaly. 5 to shoot. Uses both hands to slam it down.
The defense trying to touch up Bilal Coulibaly, and he says, I'm finishing despite that.
Cheeks outside to the middle. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Cheeks against Wallace with the drive, and the baseline jumper no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Outside, Walker. And Walker throws it down hard.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Robertson. And here's Walker. Takes it from 10. Shoots the 3. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Towns.
Boy, when Towns is moving the basketball, guys, the floor opens up for him. The defense has now got to respect passing and scoring.
Down low, here's Turner. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Turner's got his second basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Robertson. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Towns. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Turner. Here's Flagg. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. And some changes here for the Hornets. George is checked in for Robertson. Leonard comes in for Walker. And it's Powell in for Wallace. And George kicks to Leonard. Here's Powell. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Cheeks and slam dunk by Cheeks.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Powell for 3. The Knicks pull it in. And it's been pretty smooth sailing for them in the playoffs so far. They've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room.
Leonard inside. Guarded by Bain. Randall with the bucket.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
They set the pick to the paint. The kick out to Bain. Fleming the pass to Cheeks. Fires the three. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Beekman. It's deflected. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Welcome back to playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is the Eastern Conference Final. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Jarris Walker out there with George. Then there's Powell. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beekman in at the 1. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Powell against James. And the Hornets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Out to Powell. The three-pointer, no good. The Knicks leading by 6. Cheeks from outside. The Hornets pull it in. They come into this one following a really disappointing game on Friday.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Towns, he's checked in for the Hornets. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Dillingham's checked in for James. And he makes all 3. The Knicks shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Cheeks' shot is good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And the Hornets call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for Leonard. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. You look at the monster, second in the league, having an excellent season. And, of course, Karl Anthony Towns.
And whether it's been attacking off the bounce or pulling up, both these guys have been lighting it up.
Cheeks against Koulibaly. And it's blocked.
Man, terrific defense by Koulibaly. That's a big-time block.
Powell with it. Defended now by Dillingham. And a wide-open look for Walker. Buries it from three-point range. Walker's got 5 points so far. Turner with a screen on Koulibaly. Back to Cheeks. Pass to Dillingham. Now, here's Cheeks. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Towns. Walker in the post. Powell outside. Koulibaly up top. Defended by Cheeks. Stolen by Cheeks. And Flagg throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Walker's shot is off. New York leading by 4. Cheeks outside. Fires for 3. The Hornets pull it in.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Powell kicks to Walker. Pass to Koulibaly. Pass. It is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Instituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Back to Robertson. It's deflected. Stolen by Dermonenko. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. James checked in for the Knicks. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this.
Hello, Baz.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off.
And looking at where the Hornets stand in the series. Facing elimination, can they even the series on their home floor? Shaq.
Are you calling the powers of Shaq Shadamas?
Yeah.
I must consult the bones, but...
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Bailey out there with Flag. Then it's Turner. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Cheeks in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. Koulibaly, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Cheeks, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hornets trail by 7. Robertson passes to Wallace. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Towns, high post. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Pass to Cheeks. For the 3. Walker with the rebound.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Koulibaly with it. Now defended by Flag. Now Robertson. 90 seconds now into the second half. Now here's Wallace. T right on him. Walker's shot is off.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Back to Cheeks. To the inside, Turner. The basket good off the assist from Cheeks. Turner's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks. Cheeks against Wallace. And Ace Bailey picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Knicks on defense. And Walker kicks to Wallace. Back to Robertson. Lays it up off the glass. Robertson's got his first bucket of the night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Cheeks the pass to Bailey. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 9 points. In the corner, Dillingham with it. Outside, Walker. In the corner, Wallace with it. Pass to Robertson. Down low. And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
Tremendous vision from Coulibaly. Listen, you want this guy to be able to make plays for his teammate. He does so there.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Cheeks from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Cheeks has got 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
To the paint, here's Robertson, and Oscar Robertson with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 13. We've got George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Walker. Then there's Powell. And it's Beekman in at the point. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense...
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Powell kicks to Walker. Beyond the arc. The shot by Powell, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Oh, that is how you deny an open look with some in-your-face defense.
Kicks it out to Leonard. George against Turner. In the corner, Powell with it. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
To the middle, here's Bailey, and finished off by Bailey.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Leonard the pass to Powell. Charlotte moving the ball around. For three. It's rebounded by New York. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the buckets simply will not go down.
And the Hornets making a change here. Towns is checked in. Here's Cheeks. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
It's Powell on the wing. Another miss by Powell.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Cheeks' shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Powell kicks to Leonard. Back to Powell. They need this. The Knicks pull it in. Cheeks has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Powell feeling it out a bit. Inside. Here's Towns. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Towns has got his first basket of the night.
Is the mid-range from Mr. Towns part of the game? You bet.
Over to the wing. Bailey with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Cheeks. Cheeks has got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Walker. Towns sets the pick for Walker. To the inside. It's blocked. Now Bailey. And the layup is good. Bailey's got 9 points here in the second half. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Knicks?
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Driving to the basket, and they get it back. Charlotte's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Bailey passes to Cheeks. No good on the three.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Nobody near Leonard. No good from outside. New York with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Count that one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Towns, the rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Powell dishes to George. Misses in close. New York has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And some changes here for the Hornets. Randall comes in for George. The Knicks making a switch here. Cheeks is checked in. The Knicks shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. And that one drops for him. Cheeks has got 14 points now in the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Gilliard. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Here's Beekman. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Beekman's got himself on the board with 3 there. Knicks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And the basket by Bailey.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Bayless. Deflects the pass. And now the Knicks on the break. Oh, Turner in position.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Well, the Hornets shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Pass to Bayless. Here's Beekman. That 3 off the mark. Beekman's gone 1 of 4 so far. Out to the right wing. Cheeks from outside. Walker with the rebound. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Charlotte. To the left wing. Picked by Randall. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
And again, another assist.
And he's in total control of the offense. What a game.
In fact, he's almost at the franchise record for assists in a playoff game.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Down low. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Pass to Beekman. Now Bayless. To the left side wing. From beyond the arc, it's hauled in by Cheeks. Cheeks has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Pass to Bayless. Here's Gilliard. Not really his range, and it's off target. New York's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. To the middle. To the paint. Top of the key, Bailey. Cheeks outside. And he lobbed and another assist.
And this is the best someone could run an offense. Pinpoint passing, everyone involved. Every time he touches the ball, good things happen.
And he's now tied for the franchise record for assists in a game. It has been a masterful performance. Walker in the corner. Down low, Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
The Knicks shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Over to the left wing. And another assist for him.
And would you believe he set a new franchise record for assists in a postseason game?
On one hand, it's astounding. On the other hand, well, we saw this coming almost from the opening tip. And so the New York Knicks have won the series.
And this is an incredible accomplishment. You think about all of the preparation that went into this. It starts in the offseason. They carry it through to this moment right here, and it is beautiful to watch.
And, of course, the story continues as they now move on to the NBA Finals, representing the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, tonight they'll celebrate, but tomorrow it'll be all business, starting from square one with their game planning and identifying the matchups they think they can exploit.
They're just 4 wins away from hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Can they complete their mission? We can't wait to see. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin